KGAB.
And good morning. Glad to have you back. 9:11 is the time. The phone number, if you want to be on the program today, 632-3323. And we have a very special guest. She is the president of the WEA here, Miss Kathy Vetter. Miss Vetter, welcome to the program today.
Thank you.
Glad to have you with us. So what is going on in the world of Wyoming education? I know there's a lot, but what's happening?
Oh, there's always a lot going on in education. One of the things that's coming up for some of our education employees in Wyoming is our national meeting. The National Education Association has an annual meeting once a year, and we have about 35 education employees that will be attending this year's national meeting in Orlando, Florida, June 26th through July 6th. A lot of them won't be going down until June 30th, and they'll be talking about education issues that are affecting our nation.
Well, there's a whole lot that are affecting our nation morally, intellectually. As the president of the Wyoming Education Association, it must be quite a challenge being from Wyoming and knowing that Common Core is spreading its wings more and more. A lot of parents are against Common Core. We have a governor who absolutely will not do away with it. We have Common Core coming to full head in Fairfax, Virginia, where now they're teaching kindergarten and first graders about transgender and homosexuality. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think each state is allowed to set their own standards. And here in Wyoming, I think we have a good system. Just the other day, I was at the public meeting on the science standards here in Cheyenne. We had about 45 people that came, gave input, and I think that's a unique thing about Wyoming is we do reach out and ask for the public to give input on our standards as our state of education, made up of people from Wyoming, educators, and others, including parents. They are the ones that look at all the different standards, take public input, hold meetings around the state for input, and then decide what's best for our students of Wyoming.
Well, and knowing that there is a difference between standards and curriculum, when parents start to talk about this curriculum, does it fall on deaf ears, or do you guys tuck that away and say, hey, we need not to go down this road with our students?
Curriculum is set at the local level, so that's your local school board that sets the curriculum for each of our school districts. So the people that set our curriculum are still elected officials. They are your elected school board members. Mm-hmm. And at each local level, they take the standards for state set at the state level, and that's our minimum bar. But the actual curriculum, how they teach those standards, are set by your local school board. They're the ones that decide which textbooks and what is actually taught in the schools in each of our school districts. That's why when you go from school district to school district, they may be using different textbooks. They may be reading different novels in their classrooms, using different reading curriculum. And so a lot of what I hear is more of the local control, what's happening at the local level in each of our communities. And that is set by your local school board. And so a lot of people get that confused. They think that the state is setting and determining which books and what the curriculum is in the schools, but that's actually set by your local school board.
We're talking with President Kathy Vetter, president of the Wyoming Education Association. And Kathy, I also wanted to ask you, as well as you are very much involved with education of the state. And a lot of people have asked on this program, with Wyoming being so independent as we claim to be, why can't we be tough enough and individual enough to come up with our own standards and leave these Common Core national standards out of the equation? A lot of people are saying we could make standards that are even better. Any chance of Common Core going away and us going with the other model?
Actually, our State Board of Education has, whenever we look at our standards, we look at different content areas each year. And every time they look at them, they look at all standards. They take input from the communities, from the educators, the experts in the different areas, and they're the ones that come up with the standards. They can look at things that are out there, and they do look at different states, what they're teaching. They look at the national groups, such as the National Council of Mathematics. They look at all of those different things and do look at what is best, what they feel would be best for the students of Wyoming to ensure that they can compete not only in Wyoming, but within the United States and even a global economy. It's very important that every student who graduates from a school in Wyoming is able to compete, not just in Wyoming, but globally, because we have such a global economy nowadays.
So I will take that as a no. Common Core is probably going to stay there, even though there are a lot of states that are backing out of Common Core, but it sounds like Wyoming is going to stick with it. Again, we're talking with Kathy Vetter. She's president of the Wyoming Education Association. And Kathy, any other further comments before we let you go today?
I think Wyoming has done a great job of funding education, and we are putting our students first. We are reaching out, having public input on all of our different decision making. Both our legislature and our State Board of Education has done a very good job of listening to the public and continuing to have public meetings on all the different aspects of education. And I'm very proud of them for thinking of students first and ensuring that every student in Wyoming gets a great public education.
Well, I'm hoping, ma'am, that you will also be able to put some input on tackling why there's so much remedial schooling in our colleges coming out of our public schools here in Wyoming. Evidently, we've got a long way to go and a lot of work to do. That is covered at their own expense. So when they do go to our colleges and they have to take remedial training, not so good for public education here in the state of Wyoming. Anything we're doing to try to tackle that?
I think we're looking at the school-university partnership, which WEA is also a part of, looks at that transition to ensure that what we're teaching in the K-12 school system aligns with what the expectations are at our community colleges and our four-year university here in Wyoming. And that is an ongoing project that we are involved in and we totally support to ensure that we have a smooth transition at all levels for the students of Wyoming.
All right. Well, we appreciate you working on that, and hopefully we'll get to the place where they won't have to do remedial training anymore. Kathy Vetter, president of the Wyoming Education Association, thank you for carving out part of your Tuesday to be with us, ma'am. And we hope you have a good day and hope you get good results out of your meeting in Florida.
Thank you so much. You have a good day also.
You bet. 9:19 is the time. We'll be back right after this.
Confessions of a Potentially Perfect Parent, brought to you by AdoptUsKids.org.
I might look like an adult, like a person who could possibly be a parent, but I have no idea how to talk like one. And everyone knows that if you want to be a parent, you have to sound good when you say things like, "Don't make me turn this car around," or "Because I said so," or "Don't make me come back there." I don't even really know what those things mean, but I know that I actually believed my parents when they said them to me. How did they manage to sound so convincing? Here we go. "Don't make me come back there." Oh, no, that's not tough enough at all. Kids can sense weakness. "Don't make me come back there." Ooh, yeah, that's better. In fact, that kind of sounded like my dad. Weird.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to listen to you practice your dad voice. Call 1-888-200-4005 or visit AdoptUsKids.org for more information. This message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt Us Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hi, folks. Alan Thicke here. You know, some things in life are just too serious to take chances on, and owing money to the IRS is definitely one of those. The IRS has the power to garnish your paycheck. They can levy your bank account, even take your home or business. Seriously. Thankfully, with one simple call, you can start solving your tax debt once and for all. Optima Tax Relief is the leading tax resolution firm in the nation. They have over 250 professionals. They have an A rating with the Better Business Bureau and the trust of thousands of satisfied clients. Optima's attorneys can immediately protect you from aggressive collections because they are experts in the Fresh Start Initiative. That's a special IRS debt forgiveness program that could save you thousands. Don't wait till it's too late. Get serious. Call Optima now for your free consultation.
Call 800-501-0866. 800-501-0866. 800-501-0866. 408-66. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Take a 3-hour break from traditional talk radio with The Weekend. Saturdays at 1 and Sundays at 2 on AM 650 KGAB and mobile with Radio Pup.
All right, 9:21 is the time. Phone number 632-6500, 632-3323. I know somebody called while Miss Kathy Vedder was on. However, we had to kind of get through that interview and get moving. But if you want to call now, you can certainly give us a call, 632-6500, 632-3323. And, I got a bit of bad news last night, and I'm hoping somebody in the audience can help me. As many of you know, I started picking up the acoustic guitar here about 2 months ago and just absolutely enjoying it. But now, after about, 4 or 5 lessons, my guitar teacher has picked up a really good job, I guess, down at one of the universities down at Fort Collins. And so he will be moving. So I am looking for a guitar teacher now. And I put it out on my Facebook page, and some people were saying talk to the high schools or whatever. But if you know somebody that teaches guitar, for a first-year student, actually a first 6 month student, send them or give me a call or send us our way or whatever. We'd love to find out. I'm just, it's kind of irritating a little bit because he was teaching me his method of going, and I know we were just getting ready to get into some really good stuff. And fortunately for him, I should say, I'm really happy for him. He's a smart guy. He's been out at LCCC, and he is moving on to greener pastures. So, Ed, you know who you are, and congratulations on that. But if you know of anybody who might be able to hook a brother up with some good guitar lessons, I would really appreciate if you would just send them our way. 9:23 is the time. And also, take a photo of where you are now. If you go out to Facebook, there is a picture of the studio. That is where I am now. And so if you can take a picture of your work area or wherever you are right now, put it up there. Copy and paste it up there on KGAB, our Facebook page. You can join us at KGAB Radio. That is our Facebook. You can follow us there, or on Twitter at KGAB Radio. We'd love to have you a part of our social media contact. 9:24 is the time. More of your phone calls and some other things coming up as the morning unfolds. Excuse me. There is also something, chocolate. Doctors are saying that 2 chocolate bars a day can keep the doctor away. We'll talk about that and more straight ahead.
Join Town Square Media this Thursday for the grand opening of Cheyenne Brewing Company at the Depot. Come down to experience bold, flavored craft beers like Jalapeno Hefeweizen or Imperial Chocolate Stout, and an exciting new menu of mouth-watering items sure to satisfy. Cheyenne Brewing Company, locally owned and bringing the historical old feeling back to the Depot. Join Town Square Media from 4 to 6 as we kick off a summer of celebration. Cheyenne Brewing Company this Thursday.
At the Cheyenne Regional Heart and Vascular Institute, your health is our priority. We serve a community that spans southeastern Wyoming, northern Colorado, and western Nebraska, and we're focused on delivering high-quality, compassionate care to each and every patient we see. We provide comprehensive care, including preventative, surgical, and post-surgical treatment. To learn more about what we can do for you, visit CheyenneRegional.org/HVI. You'll rest easy knowing that your heart is in good hands.
You made a choice. How you want to live, where you want to live. You chose a life of freedom and independence. It's a great life, except for one thing, incredibly slow internet service. Well, we have some good news. Rise Broadband is here, bringing you fast, reliable internet with lightning fast downloads. Now you can enjoy streaming videos and movies in HD. Plus, connect with anyone, anywhere with Skype. It's the speed and reliability you deserve. Even better, Rise Broadband is offering you the choice of a free month of Rise Broadband service or a $50 Amazon gift card. Rise Broadband would be proud to have you as a customer. Feel free to give us a call at 844-838-3030 or visit us at risebroadband.com. But don't wait too long. This offer ends June 30th. Call 844-838-3030 or go to risebroadband.com today. Rise Broadband. Feel free.
You're listening to KGAB Mornings with Gary Freeman on AM 650 KGAB.
And good morning. 9:26 is the time. The phone number 632-6500, 632-3323. We've been talking everything from bike lanes to also we've been talking about education a little bit this morning with Kathy Vetter. And, I just with all of these different states that are pulling out of Common Core, and as independent as Wyoming is, and as awesome as we are, why in the world we can't come up with our own standards is beyond me. I mean, Common Core is such a controversial, and I know there's going to be people that are going to call this program, and I hope they don't, to say, well, there's common this and common that. We need a Common Core. I get that. I understand that viewpoint. But a lot of things attached to it, and we're finding out in Fairfax, Virginia, it's really coming to a head. I mean, they're starting to teach their kids in kindergarten and first grade about homosexuality, transgender, lesbianism. They don't need to know about that stuff at that age. Good morning. It's your turn.
Good morning, Gary. How are you?
Hey, how are you today?
Good, except for I woke up feeling like a zebra.
Oh, yeah? Why?
I just feel like inside of me I'm a zebra.
Well, then act out on being a zebra then. Maybe that's your new identity. Who am I to question it?
That's right.
That's funny. So are you going to be the head? Are you going to be the head of the Zebra Coalition for the advancement of zebras, or what?
Well, this way I don't have to decide if I'm black or white because I'm both.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I think I'm white on the outside, but black on the inside some. But at any rate, what is on your mind this morning besides being a zebra?
I just kind of wanted to balance out what Kathy had to say.
Please do.
When I have been at the state school board meetings, and they've been talking about the science standards, when Rich Crandall was there, he was pushing for the next generation science standards.
Mm-hmm.
And Lon Michael, I would say, take them back. We want Wyoming standards. And they would say that they tweaked them, but they were exactly the same. That went on for like 3 different school board meetings. They never changed them.
Mm-hmm.
So, despite what, that's not true. And also, I was at the public input meeting for the science standards. Yeah, I think they're having these meetings to make us feel good. Like, well, we did have the public meeting. And when they say local control of the textbook, sure, but the school board gets to choose from 5 publishers. Those publishers are the ones that are determining what the students
Well,
learn.
and then the teacher, if there's something in those books that we don't agree with, those teachers have the liberty, and they're basically putting it off on teacher to have the conviction to teach it correctly or to teach an agenda. For instance, when my 7-year-old went to a 2nd grade reading class, her teacher told her we're animals. Really? Anyway, this is what we're facing. I mean, that's light in the bucket compared to some of the stuff that's coming down. But Lisa, thanks for the phone call. I appreciate it.
Sure.
All right, thanks a lot. All right, it is 9:30. The webcam is on, has been on. If you want to head on out there to AM 650 KGAB, don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube page so you can check out all the archives of the videos. Even the mayor, if you missed the mayor this morning, he's already out there. Check it out. My name is Gary Freeman. KGAB Mornings, Fox News, straight ahead. Good morning. And your phone calls, by the way.
AM 650 KGAB. Up to the minute news.
From the KGAB News Center, I'm Doug Randall. The Laramie County Sheriff's Department's asking the public for help in identifying a body found near Crystal Reservoir. Joy Greenwald reports.
Captain Linda Gazelle says the department found a deceased male around 11 a.m. Friday in the woods south of Crystal Reservoir on County Road 210. The body was partially decomposed with an unknown cause of death.
The male is estimated to be 20 to 40 years of age and approximately 5 foot 10 inches. And he was wearing a South Wire ball cap, a Pole Mountain Electric sweatshirt, a blue and white check shirt, faded blue jeans, and brown hiking boots. This male also had a full set of upper dentures.
An autopsy was conducted at 3 p.m. Monday in Loveland. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Sheriff's Department at 307-633-4735. Reporting from Cheyenne, I'm Joy Greenwald.
Cheyenne Botanic Gardens Executive Director Shane Smith says it's best to mow your lawn when the weather is dry.
It's best to wait. There are some fungal diseases you can spread around. You also just don't do a very good job of cutting grass because it's laying down, and so when you're done, it's going to look real uneven. It's been a challenge to find the day or the moment you can cut your grass, especially the past couple of weeks. You just need to run out there and wait until it's as dry as it can possibly be. Watch the weather reports.
More news on demand at KGAB.com.
Welcome to the WildPreps.com radio report for a Monday. I'm Kevin Coyle. This past weekend did not go well for the Wyoming Basketball All-Stars as they lost all 4 games versus Montana. However, a couple of players were recognized as the best in the state. Chris Quayle of Riverton was named Mr. Wyoming Basketball 2015. During this past season, he averaged 12.9 points per game and was named the 4A State Player of the Year by the coaches. He says it was a crazy season in Class 4A.
Everyone can beat anyone, and you just had to come out every night and play your hardest, and normally whoever played the hardest won. So, I mean, anything could happen in the 4A this year. Just always play, try to make other people better, and get what you can. And I don't know, I just thought I had a pretty good high school career, not a great one, but I thought it was pretty good.
Quayle will continue his basketball career at Central Wyoming College in Riverton. I'll be back with more in a moment.
Town Square Media invites all hands on deck for the return of the Great River Raft Race, Saturday, July 11th in Casper. Here's how to join the fun. Gather a crew, appoint a captain, and build a seaworthy vessel. Tickets are $30 per person and include an event t-shirt and a chance to win some great prizes. For a complete list of rules and to register for the Great River Raft Race, go to K2Radio.com. That's K2Radio.com. Sponsored in part by Straight Line Vapors and Surf Wyoming.
All over America, people are taking the National Radon Test. Have you? Answer true or false. Radon is a radioactive gas. True.
I didn't know that, no.
True or false? The Office of the Surgeon General recommends that all homes be tested for radon. True, your home should be tested. True or false? Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer. True.
I'm going to dial the number and call.
777-6015. Protect your family and get your test kits today at wyomingradon.org.
Cheyenne South has only been around for 5 years, and while their girls' basketball record during that time has not been all that great, one player did not let that affect her game. Danny Noble was named Miss Wyoming Basketball 2015 this past weekend. She says her athletic career has been interesting.
When I was little, I hated basketball. I had a strong dislike for it, but ever since 7th, 8th, through high school, I began to love the game. Overall, my high school career went pretty good. I started varsity from freshman year to senior year, and I really had to grow up as an individual and as a basketball player to be able to lead the basketball teams at such a young age, but it just made me that much better of a player.
Noble will continue on at the University of Northern Colorado. Also this past weekend, high school rodeo state champs were awarded their belt buckles. We hope to get the complete standings in the near future. We'll hear from several of the winners later this week. This has been your Daily Prep Report. For more on Wyoming high school sports, log on to wildpreps.com.
It'll be another day of cloudy skies and another day where the chances of getting wet will be high as more showers and thunderstorms will roll across Wyoming. We saw quite a bit of activity overnight. especially over southern and central Wyoming. And we're going to be in a moist atmosphere, an unstable one. And although temperatures are going to be warmer today, we're going to have more clouds and sun, and another round of showers and thunderstorms will be a good bet this afternoon and this evening. And we do need to watch out for the risk of severe weather later today and early tonight.
Announcing the 55th annual world-famous Woodchoppers Jamboree and Rodeo in Encampment, Wyoming, June 20th and 21st. Saturday, enjoy a pancake breakfast at the firehouse, then watch the parade. Saturday and Sunday morning, the chips fly as loggers compete for the title of Rocky Mountain Champion Lumberjack. Cowboys and cowgirls then take the arena for a WRA rodeo. Delicious barbecue and 2 melodrama performances in this jam-packed weekend of good times. This is a Wyoming experience for the whole family. Produced in cooperation with the Carbon County Visitors Council.
Casper will glow with the bright lights and radiant spirit of the Central Wyoming Fair and Rodeo. And for these few magical days, we'll become daredevils, ringleaders, champions, and connoisseurs of all things deep fried. The enchantment will be dizzying, but the spell will break. The days are long, but time is short. Plan your midsummer escape July 3rd through 11th and save up to 20% on your hotel. When you book it, visit Casper.com.
There will be some areas of morning fog and morning showers. Otherwise, mostly cloudy today. It will be warmer. Highs will go to the mid to upper 70s, but expect redeveloping showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening. Some of those could be strong to severe. With temperatures tonight, low to mid 50s. Partly cloudy, mid to upper 70s Wednesday, with widely scattered to isolated late-day thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Don Day with more weather on demand at KGAB.com.
At Brakes Plus, we take care of your car and you. Whether it breaks, maintenance, or repairs, we give free estimates before any work is done. Plus, we have state-of-the-art equipment, ASE certified technicians, and prices much lower than the dealerships. Brakes Plus is family owned and operated. Come try us out. Right now, get an AC performance check free. Service you can trust at a price you can afford. Brakes, maintenance, repairs, we do it all.
America comes to Brakes Plus.
At Terrell Doyle Chevrolet, this isn't just another sales event. It's your best opportunity to get into a new Chevy for less. Announcing the Chevy Bonus Tag Savings Event. Terrell Doyle Chevrolet is out to give you bonus savings on every new Chevy in stock because you've earned it. Here's just a few great examples. Drive home in a new 2015 Chevy Cruze LT for only $139 a month, or take advantage of a 2015 Chevy Malibu. Lease it for $199 a month. And nobody beats Terrell Doyle Chevy when it comes to trucks, and we mean nobody. Act now and get a new 2015 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab. Drive it for only $349 a month. And if you're in the market for performance and power, then you're in luck, because Terrell Doyle Chevrolet currently has a huge selection of new Camaros to choose from. Hurry in today during the Chevy Bonus Tag Savings Event, because you've earned it. We're stocking them deep and selling them cheap at Terrell Doyle Chevrolet, just north of High Prices. Online at TerrellDoyleChevrolet.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. All leases 39 months, $9.99. To get signed with approved credit. Offers expire 6/30/15.
I'm Lester Holt with NBC Nightly News.
And I'm Chuck Todd with Meet the Press.
We know you can't always watch on our schedule,
so that's why we are always available on yours.
With video on demand, you can watch NBC Nightly News
and Meet the Press
any day of the week,
any time of the day.
In-depth reporting on the day's top stories from NBC Nightly News,
and political conversations, insight, and analysis from Meet the Press.
Watch our latest broadcast anytime
with video on demand.
Day weather at the top and bottom of each hour on AM 650 KGAB.
All right, 9:40 is the time here on Cheyenne's #1 news talk radio station, AM 650 KGAB, KGAB.com. Getting ready to put Tuesday in the can, at least from 6 to 10 o'clock. And we are thankful to have had Mayor Rick Kaysen in with us, also Kathy Vetter, president of the Wyoming Education Association. And if you want to be on the program today, 632-6500, 632-3323. Well, as some of you may have heard or known, Donald Trump is now declaring $9 billion in assets as he reveals his 2016 plan. He's releasing a summary of assets, a total about $9 billion, as part of his likely entry into the race for the Republican presidential nomination. He would make number 12, according to people with that are familiar with his plans. The two-page document to be published after he holds a political rally at Trump Tower in New York is going to provide a valuation of his hotels and other properties. It will also show hundreds of millions in cash on hand and an outline of his debts, according to those people. So those should be revealed a little bit later on. Old Donnie Trump throwing his hat into the ring. Again, if you want to be on the program today, 632-6500, 632-3323. Got a special treat for you. Tomorrow, we are planning to have at 9:10 Lenore Skenazy. You say, who in the world is Lenore Skenazy? You've probably seen her on television and different things. She is the author of The Free Range Kids, How to Raise Safe, Self-Reliant Children Without Going Nuts with Worry. And she highlights on her blog a whole lot of things that are going on that are just plain stupid, really. For instance, and I'm not advocating that children should have sex outside of marriage, okay? However, there is a kid that is 18 or was 19 years old who had sex with a girl who said she was 17. All right. Now, how many of you, and you don't have to raise your hand because I'm not trying to call you out, possibly had, and if you didn't have sexual relations before you got married, well, God bless you. But there were a lot of people that did. And a lot of you were 17 years old with your 18-year-old boyfriend, or some of you were 17-year-old with your 18 or 19-year-old girlfriend. Well, she said she was 17, but really she was 14, and now he's sitting in jail as a sex offender. Also, a woman who had her son taken away because this kid was playing in his yard alone. You have these Nazis out there that are just like a hawk wanting to come down and strike up your kids just like an eagle does a mouse. And she is exposing some of this. So we're making plans. I'm pretty sure at 9:10 tomorrow, Lenore Skenazy, author of Free Range Kids, will be on, and we'll talk more about that. Let's go to the phones. Good morning. It's your turn.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
I'm swell. How about yourself?
Ain't no complaints, but day's not over yet.
That's right. What do you got on your mind, sir?
Oh, every now and then I got to call in just because you hear what's going on, and you know, you think about what's going on politically. Somebody like Donald Trump, I think he'd be absolutely hilarious 4 years as a president. You know, call him as you see him. There'd be some, I don't know, paparazzi type stuff going on, but it can't be any worse than the circus sideshow that we have now with Hillary Clinton and Hide the Truth and Jeb Bush. Gee, I think the third time around the Bushes might get it right. You know, I mean, enough is enough.
So what do you think of Jeb Bush? I see him more as a moderate, and he's talking about immigration reform, and I'm thinking, you know, his brother really failed miserably on that, and I know they have Hispanics in their family, and that shouldn't matter, and it doesn't to me, but however, what is right for national security of the country? Do you think he's going to be real tough or soft on that? Do you think he's a moderate, or do you think he's what we need for 2016 moving forward?
I tell you, the honest truth is neither party wants to solve the immigration problem because partially the Democrats don't want to solve it because they're trying to increase their voter base. The Republicans don't want to solve it because they essentially want to kind of, in some way, shape, or form, hold the Hispanic population hostage to this carrot of, well, we'll fix this if you elect us. And then when they get elected, they don't do diddly squat about anything. I mean, look at the mess that we have right now, considering everybody knows what we need to do. I mean, no one in their right mind can sit back and say that eventually the national debt is not going to be a problem. Nobody in their right mind can look at that and say, oh, this will work itself out, you know.
No.
You can't look at the artificially inflated stock market and say, oh, that's a good thing, you know. All this money that's printed out of thin air, it's never going to bother us.
Yeah, you know? and both sides are guilty of that. And you brought up a very good point, and that is debt doesn't work itself out; it works itself in. Discipline is what it takes to put money away, make cuts, and save. And you cannot save without making cuts. It's just the way that it is. You can't do it.
Well, and we've created this permanently entitled class now that it's going to be politically ugly and painful for all involved to take away all of that. You know, I mean, it's kind of like who was it? Oh, Don Henley and the Eagles, Long Road Out of Eden. I mean, he sums it up perfectly. You know, bloated with entitlement, bloated on propaganda.
Yeah.
Now we're driving dazed and drunk. You know, we're so addicted to this opiate of money and government aid that nobody can essentially pull the needle out of the arm and call it good.
Well, because they've convinced themselves that we can't survive without it. We just can't do it. We can't have this program, that program. As independent as Wyoming is, I'm really surprised that we are really taking a whole lot of any federal funds. But then again, we also house 25% of the people work for the government in this state out of 580,000 people.
Absolutely.
So there you go.
And you look at what Roosevelt, what FDR said. His four freedoms are the antithesis to the constitutional freedoms. I mean, and I don't remember who I heard it from, but they said if a government is capable of removing fear from the population, that population should only fear one thing: that government with that much power.
That's right. And that's what the forefathers have ad nauseum tried to drill into the peoples. Why Americans started, one reason, but yet we have a school system now, and it's been going on for decades, that care less about that. And we want to make us all collectivists rather than individuals with responsibility. And that's part of the problem of what we're seeing here. And you're right. We've opened up this can of worms. How do we afford it? Well, we feel so guilty, just like these Somali refugee camps that the governor, according to what I've seen on the document he signed off on. Why? We're guilty. We feel like we have to help these people. Well, you can only do so much, America. And just like a caller brought up, you're worried about expanding a greenway. You're worried about putting in bike lanes. How about fixing the potholes? In other words, how about let's put the priorities first before we start doing all this other fluff? And our country as a whole, in my opinion, doesn't get that.
Look around in the world and in the society today, and everything from the educational system right down to, as crazy as this sounds, the bathrooms have taken away personal responsibility. I mean, the schools don't teach anything about the origins of the country, or it's this, revamped and refurbished and, rechewed garbage that they call, history. Citizenship is not taught anymore. It's consumerism, and the absence of responsibility personally comes down to the bathrooms. I mean, when did it get to the point where you can't turn on a faucet and pull out a paper towel? Everything is stick your hand in front of the sensor and we'll do it for you.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean,
very, very easy, padded, and a comforted life that we live in. And we're finding out that it's coming back to bite us in the fourth point of contact.
Absolutely. And the one final thought was what Abraham Lincoln said. He said the philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. And we've got it. It's come back to haunt us. My children are in their mid-30s, and they are the last ones that show any measure of personal accountability and responsibility. And my daughter is a nurse, and she's been the director of a nursing home at 28 years old. I mean, exceptionally good at managing and taking care of her patients and stuff like that. And even her at 28 and 29, she has said, my God, I get these CNAs in at 18 years old, and they're dumb. They don't know anything.
Right. Yeah. Well, thank you for the phone call. I appreciate it.
Yep.
And we'll get to this next phone call as well, which, I talked to a very well-respected doctor that's retired, surgeon, and he started breaking down the way he learned to doctor compared to what they're doing today. And that's a whole other subject for a whole another day. But, there's a lot of validity to that, what's going on, and you can't help that it's not by design. I mean, how is it that eighth graders back in the late 1800s and early 1900s had the equivalent of, I guess, what we would call a junior in college today? And now we're struggling to meet standards in a global competitive world and all this junk? Something's wrong. Something went wrong. Something got tampered with, and now we're trying to build it back up. But a lot of people don't believe that we are building it correctly. Just call history for what it is. Okay, so there was slavery. Okay, I understand that. I understand it's a scar, but don't avoid it. It was part of this country. Anyway, we could really get into that. At any rate, a lot of you have dealt with puffiness and bags under your eyes. One of the hardest things to get rid of, and trust me, I know, until now. And I want to tell you about Genucell stem cell therapy. You've heard me talking about this. It's a Chamonix product specifically targeting eye puffiness and bags. And due to this new technology that they have, the Genucell is an incredibly powerful, all-natural serum. Users saw results in only 12 hours with dramatic improvement in 2 weeks. It also contains 8 extra ingredients to significantly reduce the appearance of bags and puffiness under the eye. Plus, Genucel uses patented plant stem cell technology to improve longevity and brilliant long-term results under your eyes. And even those that have cracked eye above the eyelid. I've seen ladies trying to cover it up with makeup. This is what you want to do. Try Genucel absolutely risk-free at 800-543-6609. 800-543-6609. Say goodbye to puffiness, bags today. If you call in the next 20 minutes, you'll get the legendary Estetique face cream absolutely free just for trying Genucel. And if you don't like it, your money back. That's 800-543-6609. 800-543-6609. My name is Gary Freeman. Right to the phones right after this.
There are many sounds in your daily life. Ones that make you smile. Ones that help you relax. And there are some sounds that can help save lives. Wireless emergency alerts, now on many mobile devices, use a unique sound and vibration to bring you critical information about emergencies in your area. With updates from local sources you know and trust, you can be in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
It's where I'll build a swing set for my little girl.
Thanks, Daddy.
It's where the most important moments in our life will happen, with my family.
It's where I'll have my first slumber party.
At RE/MAX Capital Properties, we can make those dreams a reality, turning the house you buy into a home. Dream with your eyes open. Start today at CheyenneHomestore.com or contact us at RE/MAX 635-0303.
It's gotta be Steve Prescott.
Own a piece of American history with this special offer from Blanchard & Company. In 1921, World War I was over. Babe Ruth was hitting home runs. Tomb of the Unknowns was dedicated at Arlington National Cemetery to honor all who fought and died for our freedom. It was also the last year the United States minted famous, historic Silver Morgan dollar. With an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau, Blanchard & Company would like to offer their listeners 10 1921 Silver Morgan dollars for only $26 each, including free shipping when you pay with a credit card. Silver Morgan dollars are America's most popular coin, and now you can own 10 historic 1921 Silver Morgan dollars for only $26 each, a total of $260 plus free shipping. Call Blanchard now to own your piece of history. 800-210-1225. Supplies are limited, so call now. 800-210-1225. That's 800-210-1225.
And now, back to KGAB Mornings with Gary Freeman on AM 650 KGAB.
All right, good morning. 9:54 is the time. We'll have John Prevett on tomorrow morning to talk about some of the things that local businesses can be doing. 632-6500 is the phone number. Back to the phones. Good morning. Thanks for waiting.
Good morning, Gary.
Hey.
I have something you may try to find a guitar teacher.
Okay, great.
You are a veteran, right?
What's that, ma'am?
You are a veteran.
I am a veteran, yes.
Okay, at the VA hospital, they have a man there who gives guitar lessons on acoustic guitars.
Oh, do they? Okay, great.
Yes. He may be able to either help, give you the lessons or know someone who might be able to help you. I'm not sure how you'd go about finding him, maybe Veteran Services or somewhere
sure.
like that.
Sure.
Because it's not every day.
Right. No, I got you. Well, hey, I really appreciate the phone call, and thank you for waiting to share that information with us.
Well, you're quite welcome. Have a great day.
You too, hon. Bye-bye. All right. Well, what was that all about? Well, my guitar teacher has landed quite a premium job down in Fort Collins. I'm happy for him. However, I am stuck without a guitar teacher now, and I probably about 5 lessons into learning the acoustic guitar, and I'm trying to, learn the right way other than, with notes and all that other stuff. And I really like the way that he's been teaching it. However, he is leaving, and so got a little bit of a problem there. So I was asking you folks that if there was somehow I could get a reference for a good guitar teacher in town, I would certainly take that. So anyway, thank you for the phone call on that. 9:56 is the time. We're going to wrap it up here. Good morning.
This is Arlen Walter at Cheyenne Hearing Clinic. Digital technology in hearing aids has advanced significantly in the last 24 months. For instance, if a patient is wearing hearing aids dispensed at my clinic and they call me from any place in the world, I can adjust their aids over the phone. In the believe it or not category, some new aids have more computer memory than all of the computers aboard the Apollo mission that went to the moon. And some aids can be put in a glass of water for 5 minutes and when taken out will function fine.
Call 635-0435 or online at CheyenneHearingClinic.com.
You made a choice. How you want to live, where you want to live. You chose a life of freedom and independence. It's a great life, except for one thing. Incredibly slow internet service. Well, we have some good news. Rise Broadband is here, bringing you fast, reliable internet with lightning-fast downloads. Now you can enjoy streaming videos and movies in HD. Plus, connect with anyone, anywhere with Skype. It's the speed and reliability you deserve. Even better, Rise Broadband is offering you the choice of a free month of Rise Broadband service or a $50 Amazon gift card. Rise Broadband would be proud to have you as a customer. Feel free to give us a call at 844-838-3030 or visit us at risebroadband.com. But don't wait too long. This offer ends June 30th. Call 844-838-3030 or go to risebroadband.com today. Rise Broadband. Feel free.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. Take one.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
All right, 9:58 is the time. I want to thank all the great callers that called the program today, as well as Mayor Rick Kaysen. And also we talked with Kathy Vedder, with the president with the Wyoming Education Association. Tomorrow we've got John Prevet. He'll be coming in with the SBDA, and also we will be talking with the author of a book and a blog, really, Free Range Kids, Lenore Skenazy, I think is how you say her name. At any rate, we'll be talking with them, also taking some more of your phone calls and the news of the day. Don't forget to go out and check us out online. Again, if you missed the mayor's interview today, you can check that archive out and share it to your friends on Facebook or Twitter, whatever you would like to do, by simply going out to YouTube and subscribing to us there. AM 650 would love to have you out there. It's been a great day. Wonderful to spend time with you. Come on back 6:09 and we'll do it all over again tomorrow. My name is Gary Freeman. This is KGAB Mornings on Cheyenne's #1 news talk radio station, AM 650 KGAB. Stay dry and so long for now.